15-minute session this time. Ten viewers in my Twitch. Hello to everyone. Some more on Kick and DRS Twitch as well. This is full quali for the final race of the DRS season. And do we lose the next 6 on this section, or is it 4? I should really watch real life Formula 1 some more. 50 Gent, the first one on his outlap this time. If there are anyone better versed on real life F1 quali rules than myself, then please do let me know in the chat. I think it's the top. Is it the top 8 that go in the last Q3, or is it the top 10? Someone tell me. I have to get used to this. Full quali rather than the one.
Top 10.
Top 10. Thank you very much, Cam. So we're going to lose 4 here. Sloth's out there, as is Senna. Maxwell and UJ. Good to see UJ back in. Hopefully he's going to come back as a full-time driver next season. I'm not sure, of course. That's not down to me. While everyone's on outlaps, have a little look back on Discord. Just reply to Dean. That's fine. He didn't check in, so Dean will take Williams. Wonderful. Top 10 go through. Thanks to Bazza for confirming that as well. Who was first out? 50 Gent was first out. So let's see how he goes through this first hot lap of Q2. Some waved yellows in sector 3. That's just somebody going slowly on an outlap, I think. We will go on board with 50 Gent for his hot lap. There we go, 1:29.9. He was already on his hot lap. Apologies, I thought he was still on his outlap. I've gone a bit mad there. Let's find someone to go on board with. There's Brad. He's on his outlap early. UJ goes a 1:28.5. Max a 1:33. I think he's double outlapping it. Swanson yet to come out. Sloth 1:28.6. Simon and Brad both in sector 1 on their outlaps. Here is Senna. We'll go on board with Senna in the Aston Martin. No lift off through that corner. Beautifully done. And then to the chicane. Cut it as much as you dare. And round the final corner. And hit the line early. And it's a 1:28.4 for Senna. Top of the pile for now. Here is Smug. Yellow flags all over the place for a second there. Max, I think, doing the swanton approach of a double outlap. In fact, no, he's gone back in the pits. So 133 is well off the pace for him. Of course, 127 earlier on to go through Q1. So Max will be back out for another go, I'm sure. Swanson getting a bit wobbly out the final corner, but it's a 128.8. And that is P4 for now for him. Here is Brad. Syme also out on his hot lap. Swanton's on out lap as well. Apologies if you think we're over focusing on those three, but there's a title to be won here. In fact, there's two of them. Brad, the one in need of something to happen to the other two, as he's just a little way behind, but can still do it. And Syme will cross the line 128.7, and Brad does a 127.6. Big lap from Brad. And into provisional pole for now. Of course, with it being Q2, they'll have to do it all again in Q3 for the actual pole position. Now on board with Mr. Pickle. Last week's winner, of course, the Ferrari driver. Not been the greatest of seasons for him, but he's ending well. And ending strongly. To the line, 128.0 and P2. Here's Speedy Bullet. He's on intermediates. I'm not quite sure why Speedy Bullet is on intermediates. Maybe that's a glitch. That's actually really confused me. Going to unsurprisingly be a lot slower, and does a 134.1. That's well done an outlap. Here's Sainsy. Swanton a 128.5, exactly the same time as UJ. Joker in there with a 128.7. Big gap between Smug and 50 Gent at the moment. Looks like you're going to need to be in the 128s, I think, to get through this. Over 5 minutes remaining. Sainsy comes towards the line. That's a 129.8. Just P10 at the moment, but that's going to be in danger. Here's Max World. Good evening to Adkins. Look forward to seeing you later on in Spa. And that is Al Newt cheering AlphaTauri on. Speedy Bullet as reserve today. Al Newt going for that Constructors' Championship with Swanton. One hand on the trophy, but anything can happen. With McLaren and Williams breathing down your necks. Both McLaren and Williams losing a driver in Q1. Which helps the AlphaTauri cause a little. But with this man in the race, McLaren's hopes are definitely not over with.
1,556 evening teammate.
Max has ripped 5 seconds off that previous time. He's almost spun it through there. Big slide. Is that going to cost him time? Not really. 1:28.0 and P2, and through into Q3 goes Max World. Here's King Kong, and he is well down. So it's double out lap time for him, unless he's going back into the pits. It's definitely double out lap time for him. He's in the 140s. So at the moment, Smug's 1:28.8 is the benchmark. Sainsy, 50, Speedy Bullet and King Kong, the ones who are at the moment heading out in Q2. Syme down there in P8 could be in danger if enough people improve. So he's on his way round again to do another go, and he's half a second up through sector 1. We'll stick with King Kong, and he's taken 3 seconds out so far. He needs to find about 12 seconds off that 140 time. See what he's doing through sector 2. That's more like it. That is the 12 seconds he needs. On the power to the line, King Kong 1:28.3, and that should be safe. P4. Syme goes fastest of all, 1:27.5. No danger for him. Smug is now out as it stands, with Joker, the driver, in danger. Smug needs improvement, and he's not finding it on this lap. Joker could also be in danger. He's starting his, what'll be his final hot lap. With 1:20 left in the session. 50 needs to get his arse out quick if he's going to. In fact, it looks like
I care about my physical and mental well-being, but it's also very important to care about your dental health, as poor oral hygiene can lead to tooth loss. That's why I'm using my Oral-B electric toothbrush, which cleans 100% more plaque than a manual toothbrush, which actually only cleans 50%, which is completely revolting. So if you care about your health the same way that I do, I recommend switching to an Oral-B electric toothbrush. Oral-B, brush like a pro.
see what he does through sector 2. It's where King Kong found a lot of time. 50 Gent is going to be out. The others we will wait to see. Let's see how Speedy Bullet's going here. 3 seconds up, it doesn't look to be enough. I think the AlphaTauri is going to be going out here. And Joker climbs, so Sloth is the one in danger. Speedy Bullet doesn't make it, that's P12. Sainsy is out. 50 Gent is out. Smug's cruising round, he's going to be out. So we lose Smug, Speedy Bullet, Sainsy and 50 Gent. Sloth lives for another day in P10. And Swanton, only just staying in. With that time identical to UJ. Sure, he's got more in the tank for Q1 though. Joker cruising his way round. And in fact, did Speedy Bullet hit the line for the flag. He did, but he's miles down this time, so he'll be going out. So that's everybody done. Speedy Bullet now retires, so just wait for Joker. And he crosses the line. That'll be Q2 wrapped up. There we go then, we lose Smug, Speedy Bullet, Sainsy and 50 Gent. The top 10 progress to Q3. So the title contenders, all three of them still in, as well as the next batch of challengers as well. Oh dear. Just another message for another seat to go in Blobby Monday. Apologies, I'd usually do this on the phone. But here we go then, the top 10, 12 minutes. 12 minutes to decide the grid order for the top 10 for this final race. So out they come, most of them anyway, onto their out laps. Let's work out who's out first. That'll be a Red Bull, and that's UJ. So we will follow him. UJ then, here we go on board. Apologies, got the broken phone, so just sorting things out for Blobby Monday later on. Just having to type in the Discord at the same time. Through this tricky first sector comes UJ. So in the Red Bull. Up towards the line comes UJ, and it's a 1:27.7 straight away. Straight away, that's a good lap for UJ. Trying to work out who's coming round next. Joker, 1:28.6. Here comes Maxwell. And he is up on UJ's time by about half a second. Really looking forward to seeing what this man can do given a full season. Next term, 1:27.2 takes provisional pole for Real Maxwell's. Cross comes Mr. Pickle, 1:28.1. Then it's Syme, 1:28.1 as well, just ahead of Mr. Pickle. I think Brad's next. 1:27.6 for Brad, P2. Someone had invalidated there. Here comes Sloth. 1:28.7 for him. Senna still in the pits. King Kong on his outlap. Here's Swanton. And he's doing double outlap again. So ignore whatever time this is in the 150s, because in fact it's an invalid anyway. So this will be the Swanton hot lap that we're on board with now. Missed the sector 1 timing there, but we'll see how he goes through sector 2. As the title fight begins to hot up, grid positioning could be crucial. Let's see how Swanton goes here. 1:11.2. It's around UJ's time, I think. Up towards the line comes Swanton, and it's a 1:27.9 P4. Senna on his outlap. King Kong on his hot lap. Sounds like he's lost a gear or is cruising. Maybe it's a double outlap for him. He's certainly not going to trouble the current lap times on this occasion. So now maybe going for the hot lap. 5 minutes remaining. Everyone will have one more run, I think. Hello Maxwell. Currently on provisional pole. DRS stream is lagging. That is unfortunate. That's not something I've got any control over. I think that's a restream issue. Unless my stream's lagging as well, and then you can blame me. But yeah. King Kong. He's up there. He's got some chances with this.
Just here to get it from the source XD.
No worries at all. King Kong going to improve his time. How much is he going to improve it? 128.1. P5 at the moment. And ahead of Syme. Here's Senna. 3 minutes remain. We're going to see a flurry of cars coming out of the pits anytime soon. The top 4 are in the 127s. And look how close it is. King Kong, Syme, Mr. Pickle. So close together. Senna then to the line. 127.9 for Senna, ahead of Swanton into P4. King Kong's on his in lap. Is he going to get round? Get in, get out again? I'm not sure that he is. Syme on his out lap. Mr. Pickle on his out lap. Yellow flags everywhere, as everyone are on out laps really. Max is on his way back out, as is Brad now. Calm before the storm of the final section. The final couple of minutes of Q3. At the moment, Brad will be delighted with a front row spot with Swanton and Syme, P5 and 7. But of course, they're going to try and improve. And this is Syme going for his final run. 1.5 minutes remain, which is about how long a lap takes. So, King Kong is done. Currently in P6. Everyone else is on out laps. They need to get round in time. Swanton also now on his hot lap. See how Syme is getting on here. He's down on his time at the moment. And he needs something through this final chicane. Up towards the line comes Syme. And does improve ahead of King Kong into P6. But it's not what he really wanted there. Sloth got round in time. The checkered flag is now out. So let's see who's coming next. It's Swanton, who is a 10th up. Needs a bit more. Swanton, he knows he's ahead of Syme. And now he's P3. Goes ahead of UJ, who's still out there. Who's next round? I think it's Mr. Pickle. Mr. Pickle 3/10 up. Could go ahead of Senna, Syme, and King Kong if he maintains. Mr. Pickle to the line. Goes to P3. He's got ahead of Swanton. Max improves to a 126.6. Unbelievable lap from Max. Brad. 127.1 for Brad. Where's UJ? Over the line. P3 for UJ. 127.1. Senna ahead of Syme. And now Sloth the last one, as I don't think Syme's on another hottie. Syme's into the pits. Sloth 128.0 goes to P9 ahead of King Kong. So it's Maxwell and Brad Mason on the front row, UJ and Mr. Pickle. Then it's Swanton and Joker, Senna and Syme, Sloth and King Kong. So at the moment, Brad will be happy with that. P2 ahead of 5 and 8 for his title rivals. And Max half a second clear in the end. What a lap. Wow. We will have the usual pause for drivers to get their strategies and fuel loads.
That's the best lap I've ever done around here.
There we go. We were just saying what a lap. Max in the chat says that's the best lap he's ever done around here. So, picked the right time to do it. Almost, as you can see there, the gap, almost half a second from Brad, who improved on the last run, as did nearly everybody. UJ took P3, and then Mr. Pickle, Swanton, and in the end, Syme dropped to P8. So we will have a little pause. Normally, I'd look at the phone, but it's broken, so I will now look on the Discord for the championship standings, where Sloth is the champion in the Pro-Ams. He's 61 points clear of Ninjas. Ninjas still battles for second with 50 Gent. Our Newt would have been in that battle as well, but is absent today. The Pro Championship sees Swanson and Syme dead level with Brad 13 behind. The overall driver standings sees a 3-point gap for Syme over Swanton, and Brad 29 behind and out of the race. And AlphaTauri one hand on that title, 26 points clear of McLaren and Williams. Haas just 9 further behind. Well, Alpine will finish bottom. I don't think we've got an Alpine on the grid today. So maybe some commitment issues for them. Alpine will be bottom of the list. That brings you right up to date in what is the final race of the DRS season. It's ready to go as soon as Smug gives the signal. I'll take you through the tyre choices on the formation lap, of course. I will keep an eye on the clock as well, as we have got a quick turnaround tonight into Blobby Mondays at Spa, which I also look forward to. Here. That's just the live notifications. Dokey. So all is good on that side of things. Still one reserve spot available for tonight in Blobby Mondays if anyone fancies it. Drop me a message and I'll get you in the Discord. If anyone's having any lag problems with the DRS stream, do join us on Twitch or Kick, Blobby_Butler. Not meaning to steal any viewers, of course, but just in case because of any lag problems. So you can get the full viewing experience of this final race. Do get your predictions in the chat as well. What is going to happen? 17 on the grid. How many finishers? How many safety cars? And most of all, who will be the DRS World Champion. Here is the formation lap. I don't know why I've not got the spectator menu. There we go, that's better. Put tyre choices up. The front two then go on the softs. Max Weld and Brad Mason. Everyone else on the grid, apart from Levi and P16, are on the mediums. So the front two and Levi, soft tyres, everybody else mediums. Halfway through the formation lap, Amazon usually will pop up the strategy predictor. 27 laps around here, usually a one-stopper. But if you're anything like me and struggle with tyre deg a lot on this game, then possibly a two-stopper. We shall see. It's Max Weld and Brad Mason on the front row. UJ and Mr. Pickle on row 2. Swanton and Joker on row 3. From Senna and Syme row 4. Sloth and King Kong row 5. Soft to medium or soft to hard, say Amazon. Well, a lot of these are going medium, so maybe medium to soft. This Sloth and King Kong would have been the battle for the title, I think, in the Pro-Ams, had King Kong been more readily available. He's missed a few weeks, and Sloth has run away with the title. Smug and Speedy Bullet are next. From Sainsy and 50 Gent, Ninjas, Levi and Easy Life has the back row to himself. As Williams try and chase the Constructors' Championship. Here we go. It all comes down to this. Memories of Senna and Prost taking each other out. Here we go, here come the lights. Out go the lights and away we go. And Brad's got a really good start and Max didn't. And Brad's taken the lead. And Max has dropped all the way back to about P4. Brad leads from UJ, Mr. Pickle. Mr. Pickle now up to P2 ahead of UJ. Max had a terrible start. He's now to P4. Then it's Joker, Swanton, Senna, Syme. Ninjas climbs a place ahead of 50 Gent. But Max Weld had an awful start here. And has gone from pole to 4th. And is now just ahead of Joker in 5. Swanton 6. Senna 7. Syme 8. Everyone getting round there and off at the back is Ninjas. Ninja's off at the back. And did he hit the wall? Looks like he's got away without any damage. Speedy Bullet up a place ahead of King Kong. Levi climbing a couple of places ahead of Sainsy and Easy Life. It could not have gone worse off the line for Max Weld. He's on soft tyres. And he's dropped from 1st to 4th. Levi now dropping places. And he's off at the back, Levi. King Kong's off as well. Levi and King Kong both off. King Kong drops to the back of the field. Not quite sure what happened there. Brad crosses the line first from Mr. Pickle. Then it's UJ, Max Weld. Ignore the timing glitches. 50 Gent into the pits, must have got some damage. It's worked out perfectly at the start for Brad. King Kong also in the pits. 50 Gent might be going for a super long hard tyre stint here. Swanton hassled by Senna. In P6 at the moment. Syme just behind. Now they're suggesting medium hard or hard medium medium for the strategies. So Amazon on the formation lap had a whole different idea. Some of the timings are obviously glitched, so ignore those. We'll do our best to bring you the close battles as they happen. Smug's up to P9 ahead of his teammate Sloth, and he's now on the case of Syme as we await DRS opening after 3 laps. Swanton trying to make a move on Joker. Big Q forming behind Joker. Brad sets the fastest lap of the race. And DRS now enabled as we start lap 3. As it stands, Brad would be the Pro Champion. Levi passing Ninjas towards the back. We go to UJ as he tries to get to Mr. Pickle. We'll keep with that battle between Joker, Swanton and the pack behind as well. But Max Wild now is getting into his groove and he's catching UJ and Mr. Pickle as well. UJ thought about a move into the chicane. Kept it tight. And Swanton went a bit wide, but could be coming back for him. Difficult through there, and Senna goes up to P6 ahead of Swanton. Swanton and Syme, of course, battling between them for the overall championship, as well as battling with Brad for the Pro. Then the most evenly matched team of the season. Never far from each other are the Alfa Romeos, Smug and Sloth. All 17 of them still going on lap 4 of 27. Brad in the lead by over a second to UJ, who's now got over a second gap to Mr. Pickle. He's pursued by Max World and Joker. Then a gap back to Senna, who's got Syme and Swanton chasing him down. And Swanton goes to the outside of Senna. Senna will defend the inside. Good defensive move by Senna. UJ sets the fastest lap of the race. Syme might get a move on Swanton here. And he might get Senna too. 2 for the price of 1. Thank you very much. Swanton's right up the inside of Senna as well. Syme and Swanton both passing Senna together there. Impressive stuff from the championship contenders. Just checking chat there, and Swanton went wide. And Syme's past Swanton. Syme ahead of Swanton. Swanton just managed to stay ahead of Senna, but he went a bit wide. Just as I was looking at chat for a second. Look at Joker getting close to the back of Mr. Pickle now. The Alfa Romeo's chasing. Senna might have a move on Swanton though. And he does. Back into P7 goes Senna. The Alfa Romeo's just couldn't get involved there. Just behind and Swanton practically pushing Senna through Sector 1. Levi and Ninjas scrapping further back. And Max World now into P2. UJ has had an accident or something because he's lost a couple of places there. UJ losing a couple of spots there. And he is down to P4. King Kong has been disconnected. He's running last. I'm going to try and invite him back in. If I press the right button, that is. I think he's on my list. King Kong. King Kong. He's not there. King Kong, if you're listening, then get in the chat and tell me when you're back online and I'll try and send you an invite. And King Kong's managed to rejoin, so that's alright. I've not... Syme now passing Joker. And up to P5 goes Syme. Swanton repasses Senna for P7 but goes wide. And Senna's going to try and get him back. And Smug's got Swanton as well. And a mistake from Swanton there has cost him a place. Levi now up to P13 ahead of Easy Life, who's got Ninjas for company. And Ninjas, Easy Life cut the corner a bit there to defend from Ninjas. And they're having an almighty scrap. Swanton now. And out goes Levi! Levi's out of the race! And we've got a safety car. Levi is out of the race. He had just passed Ninjas and Easy Life, and he's now out of the race. And we've got a safety car. And that's come at the worst possible time for Swanton, who is now languishing in P9. And could this be the signal for Brad and Max to try and go mediums to the end, or hards to the end, with the free pit stop? Let's see. Brad is in. Max is in. Mr. Pickle, UJ, Syme, Joker, Senna, Smug, Swanton, Sloth, maybe a double stack problem for Alfa Romeo, Speedy Bullet, maybe one for Alpha Tauri also, Sainsy, all into the pits. Everybody's pitting. Everybody's in the pits. Brad rejoins the top 9 have all gone for hards. Sloth has gone for softs. So he's gambling on another safety car. Sainzy's gone mediums. And 50 is also into the pits. And everyone apart from 50 has come out in front of King Kong. Did Brad and Mr. Pickle just swap places? Possibly, but they're back in the right order now. Max and Mr. Pickle, sorry.
I got a call at the end of Querley, and it lasted until lap 1 sector 1.
Ah, that'll be why Max was so badly off the line. Because he was in AI. So, a badly timed phone call cost him off the start, but he's back into P2 now. And in with every chance, as they're now behind the safety car. So no change in the order, despite a few double stacks at Aston Martin, Alfa Romeo and Alfa Tauri. No change in the order. Everybody pitted except King Kong, who had to pit early. 50 Gent just catching them back up. He also pitted early and has pitted again for the mediums. Vast majority of the field on the hard tyre, apart from Sloth, who's gone for a gamble. The Pro-Am champion on the soft tyre. So we'll have another lap as 50 catches up.
My last race for a while.
Hello Levi, that was a crap way to end his last race for a while. You're not in next season, Levi? Unfortunate end to the season for the Ferrari driver. .50 will catch up during this sector, so at the end of this lap we will be racing again. So at the start of lap 10 of 27, it'll be go, go, go. And still everything on the line with Brad in the lead.
Season or two out.
Fair play, Levi. Understandable sometimes. Hopefully the release of the new game will spark some new impetus. Certainly very rare that I have to do any racing on this game anymore, just comms. So Brad in P1, Syme in P5 and Swanton in P9. At the moment, your title contenders. At the moment, it's going well for Brad. But I am not doing anything to commentators curse him. Remember Abu Dhabi, when he came out of the final corner and spun and cost himself the win. Never like to see those things happen, even if it gives me good TikTok clip content. More TikTok clips coming soon once I get my new phone. And King Kong's been disconnected again. As Brad leads them round to restart. And Max has had quite a good restart, as has Syme. And Syme's practically alongside UJ. Can Syme do anything into the first sector? He can't. King Kong's in the pits. And I don't know if that was down to him or not. But he's now rejoined. Maybe had his race ruined by that. But he will plod on. Brad leads from Maxwell, Mr. Pickle, UJ. Syme, Joker, Senna, Smug, Swanton and Sloth. The top 10. Mr. Pickle a little bit squirrely out of there. UJ having a little look. Syme was practically alongside UJ down the straight, but didn't manage to get the move. Of course, the DRS switched off for a couple of laps after the safety car. Senna closing on Joker. Swanton not finding it easy at the moment and dropping back from Smug. Syme round the final corner does take P4 from UJ. UJ will try and hook it round his outside, but it's not going to happen. Syme up to P4. And now we get to the stage where we might have to start doing some maths. UJ now down to P5. As Joker and Senna behind. Ninjas and Easy Life having a good battle today. And that's Ninjas back up into P13. And Easy Life will have 50 Gent for company also. Sloth trying to utilise the soft tyres. At the moment has made no progress. They'll be hoping, of course, for another safety car to get him another free pit stop. Because he'll have to make another one, surely. He's not going to the end on those. It's real close at the front now. Look at the three of them. Brad from Max from Mr. Pickle, last week's winner, of course. Syme sets the fastest lap of the race. And again, that could be crucial in terms of the championship, as it's taking a point out of Brad's pocket. Easy Life back fighting with Ninjas. And back into P13 goes Easy Life. A good scrap between the two Pro-Ams towards the back of the field. UJ getting close to the back of Syme. But the front five now, all within a second of the car in front. In fact, now the front seven as Joker close within a second briefly. Swanton trying to get around the immovable object that is Smug. One of the best defenders of position on the grid. And not what Swanton needs for his title charge at all. That mistake just before the safety car costing him that place as he tried to overtake Senna. DRS will be enabled at the end of this lap. Or is it the next one? It must be the next one. Or is it already? Not sure there. UJ getting close. Swanton now making the move. And passes Smug and back up into P8. How much time has that cost him as he chases the top seven though? On board with UJ here on front wing cam. Currently in P5. Brad still leads. Max in second, Mr. Pickle third, Syme fourth, UJ fifth. Joker in sixth, Senna seventh. All of them within a second of each other. Then a couple of seconds back to Swanton. Then it's Smug and Sloth rounding off the top 10. And as always, close together. Max could be getting a run here. He's definitely closing in. He could be going for a move. He thinks better of it this time. But he's getting very close. Just didn't get the exit right there. Onto the straight, and Mr. Pickle is closing up. Easy Life picks up a penalty. Mr. Pickle goes wide. And Smug has passed Swanton. UJ's off. UJ's gone off. And he's lost a couple of places to Joker and Senna. He's managed to get it back out on the track ahead of Smug and Swanton. I missed Smug repassing Swanton there, which is not good news for the AlphaTauri driver. As Brad continues to lead. And at the moment with Simon P4, it would be enough, I think, to take that pro title. But still a long way to go, just over halfway through the race. Easy Life has lost a couple of places there to Ninjas and 50 Gent, who almost go 3 wide into the chicane there. They managed to all get through. Max close to Brad for the last few laps, but can't find a way by. 50 Gent passing Ninjas, or is he? They're scrapping it out. Some excellent racing in the lower midfield today. Swanson having to try and get past Smug once again. Syme closing up to the front 3. Needs to break into them. Needs to get onto that podium. Or hope that Brad doesn't win. Max closing in. Mr. Pickle as well. Went a bit deep, Mr. Pickle. And now Syme will go side by side almost. But was forced a little wide. Mr. Pickle goes into the pit lane. Into the pits comes Mr. Pickle. And he's changing to mediums, Mr. Pickle. So Syme now goes to P3. Mr. Pickle's going to rejoin around about with Ninjas, 50 and Easy Life all passing him. So he's going to come back out in 15th place. And Syme is now up to P3, which I think would be enough to take the pro title. UJ all over the back of Senna. Swanson really on the back of Smug. Speedy Bullet picks up a penalty. Swanson's trying to go around the outside of Smug and couldn't quite do it on that occasion. Sloth getting interested as well. The switch to soft tyres not really paying off for him at the moment. Easy Life continues to scrap with Ninjas. 50 Gent has gone down the road a little bit now. Mr. Pickle has got his work to do. Max still very close to the back of Brad, but not getting by him at the moment. Syme, as it stands, I believe, would be champion. Smug and Swanson side by side. They're going to go at it again down the straight with DRS. Swanson gets the move. And Swanson into P7. Still work to do for the AlphaTauri. He's got to somehow find his way towards the podium places. Mr. Pickle's in the pits again. And he pitted for a front wing and they didn't change it, I believe. Mr. Pickle. It's another Ferrari disaster in the pits. And Mr. Pickle comes back out in last place. Disaster for Mr. Pickle then. UJ on the back of Senna. Max still can't find a way past Brad. Brad's doing his bit, but at the moment it's not enough, I don't think. Syme, as it stands, would be champion. UJ passes Senna. And into P5 goes the Red Bull. Really hope UJ will be back as a permanent seat next season. as he would be a title contender without doubt. Max closing in again. And again can't make the move. Smug passes Swanton and Senna and UJ side by side. UJ goes wide. Very wide. And in the grass. And Senna takes P5 back. Meanwhile, Smug did get past Swanton once again. Ninjas now catches and passes 50 Gent. And up into P12 goes the McLaren. Still, of course, fighting for the Constructors' Championship with Swanton way down the order, but Speedy Bullet ahead of them. A yellow in Sector 3 is, I think, for Mr. Pickle, who's gone from bad to worse here. He's just cut the corner for 10 seconds, and I think he's on his way to pit and quit in what is, he is indeed, in what has turned out to be a disastrous race for Ferrari. Both their drivers are now out of the race. Smug there wide, very wide, and he's going to lose 2 places for it, I think. Swanton and Sloth past Smug. And side by side go the Alfa Romeo, sorry. And Smug had to get out of that one to avoid a big accident. Into the lead goes Max World. Finally, he's got the place. Mr. Pickle's car just in the way there. That will hopefully get out of the way without causing any problems. But Max World takes the lead from Brad. And suddenly Syme has one hand on the trophy. Sloth into the pits, which puts Sainsy up to P10, Speedy Bullet up to P9. .50 and Ninja scrapping again, 50 up to P11. Syme, one hand on the title surely now, with Brad in P2 and himself in P3. Just looking at a message. Senna in P6 still chases down UJ. Senna's rise from the Pro-Ams through to be a contender has been a rapid one. Expect to see him improve again next season. Swanton ahead of Smug now. But Smug might fancy changing that as they come into the main straight once again. And he's got a pace advantage with DRS. And he should be able to get the move, and does. Joker now passes UJ. And Swanton, Joker was ahead of UJ. What's happening here? Joker is well ahead of UJ. I don't know what was going on there. Easy Life into the pits. Not sure what happened there. Joker didn't get passed by UJ at all. It was just a glitch on the game. Swanton managed to repass Smug.
Wanted to finish the season weary face.
Not the way Mr. Pickle wanted to finish the season. Levi came in chat and said the same thing. A bad end for Ferrari. And everyone now starting to gap out a little bit. Apart from Smug and Swanton. Ninjas and 50. Everyone else separated by over a second. Senna lost some time on UJ. Brad has dropped back from Max now. Syme comfortable in P3. A couple of seconds ahead of Joker. Almost a couple of seconds behind Brad. But doesn't need to do anything. He can just keep it safe. And he will be the DRS World Champion. Smug again passes Swanton. These two are having a terrific ding-dong. It's no good for Swanton's race. Sainsy into the pits, which will promote, and also 50 into the pits. Sloth does the fastest lap of the race. Ninja's now up to P10, but he's going to have to defend that from Sloth. King Kong now up to P12. And Swanson passes Smug again. Terrific battle these two are having. It's not going to be enough for Swanton by the looks of things. Easy Life got the undercut on 50 Gent. Sloth closing in on Ninjas for P10. These two had a big scrap for the Pro-Am title, and they're having another battle now, and I believe Sloth will be the winner of that battle on the fresh tyres. And I'm not sure if Speedy Bullet is considered a Pro-Am or not in the AlphaTauri. If he is, he leads the Pro-Ams for today. Smug into the pits. Swanton will be glad to see.
Tickling your boss's hand is not appropriate. Shaking it is. Eating a bucket of KFC at your desk is not appropriate. Eating the new KFC lunch meal deal is. It's a Twister wrap, crisps and drink from $5.49. Workplace appropriate, but when finger licking is not. Weekdays until 3 p.m. in-store at participating restaurants only. See kfc.co.uk for full T's and C's.
Head of Smug. So both in the top 10. King Kong ahead of Smug as well, who rejoins in P12. Speedy is indeed a Pro-Am, says Al Newt, and he'll be delighted about that. His replacement carrying AlphaTauri to Constructors' glory in that case. Despite Max World being in the lead of the race and Swanson faltering, Speedy Bullet taking the Pro-Am win will be enough to take the win for AlphaTauri in the Constructors' Championship. Thanks for that, Al. Much appreciated. $50 Gent closing on Easy Life. UJ back within a second of Joker. They've all done 15 laps, those who pitted under safety car, so see if those hard tyres are as durable as they say. Some drivers finding that they're not and pitting again. Let's see if any of the front runners do that. Probably not, with only 4 or 5 laps to go. And the battle right at the back of the field is close, as is Smug now closing in on King Kong and making the place. P11 for Smug. Can he get after Ninjas and get the final point? He's got 7 seconds to make up. 50 gets the move on Easy Life. Syme is bringing it home as it stands for the championship. Brad held the lead for quite a while, but still with P3 for Syme, it wouldn't quite have been enough. The memory of that final corner spin in Abu Dhabi, could that end up being the difference for Brad and Syme? Swanton down in P7. Not had his best afternoon. Smug fastest lap of the race, and he's already closed that gap to 3 seconds. so Ninjas can expect to see him very shortly. It's taken about 3.5 seconds in that lap. So Smug, a man on the mission to try and get back into the top 10. And of course finish next to his teammate, as they always seem to this season. Everyone else a bit spaced out at the minute. Max seems like he's going to sign off with a victory. He goes into next season as one of the favourites in my book. Three laps left for him. Brad helpless in second. Syme comfortable in third. Joker, good showing from him, currently P4. UJ, we hope to see back in a permanent seat. He's in P5. Senna's dropped back, but is comfortable in P6. Again, with our very best wishes to his friend Dave, who Senna is racing in honour of this evening. Speedy Bullet going for the Pro-Am win. He has got a penalty though. I didn't spot that. It's a 3-second penalty. And he's got 10 seconds in hand. Smug into the top 10. Makes the move on Ninjas, who just went a bit wide as well, Ninjas there. As he drops back from Smug, who has got a lot of pace with the soft tyres. And is the fastest man on the track at the moment. There's Ninjas in P11. King Kong in 12. Again, hopefully he can make a bid for the Pro-Am title next season if he's a bit more consistent in actually racing. 15 still running. We've only lost the 2 Ferraris. Unfortunate times for the prancing horse. The penultimate lap for Max World. Smug seems to have pushed and pushed for P10, and now he's settled 3 seconds behind Sloth. Sainsy is closing the gap to King Kong. That might be another battle we see before the end. UJ closing on Joker. Can he make a late bid for an overtake? Syme is going to be the world champion, barring any last minute drama here in Suzuka. UJ really closing in now on Joker. UJ finding a bit more in those hard tyres than Joker, and he's going to get the move down the straight here. Joker tries to defend. They come close, very close. Rub wheels. Joker up the inside. UJ up the inside, sorry, of Joker. Joker keeps his car there as they come through sector 1. Wheel to wheel racing on the final lap, and Joker keeps the place. Unbelievable defending. As we got a yellow flag, and I think that's Easy Life. I saw a Williams near a yellow flag and I panicked a second for Syme. But Joker, what a piece of defending on the final lap. I panicked for Syme a second as I saw a yellow flag for a Williams, but it is Easy Life at the back. Smug has closed to Sloth, and as is tradition this season, the Alfa Romeos are going to finish very close together. King Kong's picked up a penalty, and that's going to cost him a place to Sainsbury. Max then into the final chicane. And despite the AI start, Maxwell wins in Suzuka. Brad brings it home for second, but it's not going to be enough as Syme is the world champion. Joker in P4 ahead of UJ in 5. Senna will come home in 6. Swanton in P7, not quite enough for him, but AlphaTauri will take the Constructors' Championship as Speedy Bullet comes home to win the Pro-Am race. Sloth will be P2, already crowned Pro-Am champion, P9 overall, and he'll be followed home by his teammate Smug for P10. Ninjas will be next home, and another podium for him in the Pro-Ams. Though King Kong is going to chase him to the line, but he had the penalty, of course. So Ninjas takes P11 and the podium. Then it's Sainsbury and King Kong. 50 Gent will be home next, and Easy Life the last one in P15. What a race, what a season it has been here in DRS. Join us again in 2 weeks' time for Season 8 beginning in DRS. I have got to end the stream very shortly as I've got to go straight in to making the lobby for Blobby Mondays at Spa. Maxwell, your winner. Syme, your world champion. Just leave you with the classified there. Smug with the fastest lap of the race and a bonus point as well. Maxwell takes the win. Syme wins the championship from 8th on the grid. Speedy Bullet, the Pro-Am winner. Sloth, already the champion there. AlphaTauri, your Constructors' Champions. I've been Blobby Butler. This has been DRS. Good night.